Good morning and welcome to Morning Brew with your girl Germaine. Now, give me a second because I don't know. I see myself live on YouTube. I'm sorry, Instagram, trying to just get my browser to do what it needs to do. A sec. Um, for some reason, it's not playing my video clip. Hold on one second though, because once again, technical difficulties, but we are here. We are here, we are back, and you may still be able to hear me, but let me find out why I can't see me. Does that make sense? Yes, it does. So give me a second while I'm figuring this out, but it is good to be here because we are going to be talking about I want to do this series called the Power Series, and the Power Series is going to be about we the people. Yes, we the people. So give me a second while I try to pull up my platform in another browser and go from there. Okay, so hold on, bear with me. Not sure what you guys are drinking. I couldn't wait. My coffee, I brewed it sooner. So couldn't wait. Sorry. But let me see if I can get into this. Okay. Okay. I hear an echo. Let me see if I can remove this. And we'll just pick up from here. Okay, here we go. Don't know why I'm hearing that echoing, but I do apologize for this. Okay. Okay, I think that might be better. I had it open in two screens because for some reason I come back, get started, go live, and I thought these problems were under control, but clearly I had a little technical difficulties. But you know what? That's okay because today's brew. This is Morning Brew with your girl Germaine, and today's brew is going to be about we the people. This is going to be a part of a power series that really highlights and showcase we the people, our power. And as you all can see, if you have been paying attention to what's been happening in the news with recently the whole Jimmy Kimmel thing, with the network Disney pulling him, canceling his show. But guess what? We the people showed who really had the power. But give me a second because we're going to really get into this. I just want to be able to pull some things up. Um, but in this segment of Morning Brew, we're going to be reclaiming our collective power. Yes, reclaiming our collective power. So, too often we forget the foundation of power in any community lies in the people, not just in leadership. We, the people, isn't just the start of a document, it's a declaration of responsibility and right. So if you're someone that you're chiming in and you're joining in this live, I do apologize for the beginning because just having a little bit of technical difficulties, but you know what? We're going to take the power back over even that and get this message out. And like I stated, This series, I'm going to be doing a series over the next few days about our power, we the people, and the power that we truly possess. So, in today's brew, once again, it is we the people. If you're chiming in, let me know what you're drinking. Like I stated, I have my coffee, my hazelnut coffee. I am drinking that, and I couldn't wait to brew it live because I started drinking it earlier. But give me a moment. So, let's talk about this. Let's talk about right now, if you are someone and you've been watching the media, it's been everywhere how the first right, I mean, our rights, excuse me, our freedom of speech and our First Amendment rights, how Jimmy Kimmel has been an example for showing how I don't care your status, your power in this country today, in this climate, this country that we're dealing in today. You can all see the changes that are vastly happening, not in our favor. Um, but as I was monitoring this past week and I was really paying attention to the news, I really started seeing some things. Now, if you have been a part of even we as Black people targeting Target, being able to let them know really where the power lies. We as the consumers, we spend our hard-earned dollars in making these billionaires even richer, these companies, these brands and stuff, making them even richer, but they don't value us, they don't respect us, and at any time they think they could just shut down us as a people. So what I noticed, and I'm quite sure a lot of you have noticed also, that the people stood up. Enough is enough. People are tired. People are tired. People's livelihood, their job securities is being threatened. And at the end of the day, the people are starting to see, wait a minute. Our country, our constitution is about we the people. That's how it starts. We the people. But clearly what we've been seeing has not been in favor of we the people. It's been in favor of the 2%, right? Not the 98%, the 2%. And so think about that, 2% versus 98%, right? I think we have the higher ratio. We have the higher number, which means where does the power lie? It's not so much with those that have the finances and resources and all that. They may want us to believe that, and it may appear to be that as we see things happening. But a perfect example took place with the cancellation through Disney, canceling Disney and ABC, canceling Jimmy Kimmel Show. And our first right amendments being threatened, and um our voices not being able to be heard, right? That's what they thought. But boy, I am proud of us as we the people, because we the people took on the giant to say enough is enough. And we decided to put our money, make our money a priority in this scene and really hurt them in their pockets. So in 72 hours or so, they lost about $3 billion because we, the people, said enough was enough. Now, if we use that same philosophy, that same concept of coming together, do we see how we, the people, can shut down a lot of things? Sometimes it's about denying the stuff that feels good, right? Sometimes it may be about denying the things that we're comfortable with and getting a little uncomfortable for a bigger cause. So I'm proud of we the people, because we the people, even though we may be different in some regards, we may have different walks of lives, we may look different, there are differences. But at the end of the day, we're humans. And our humanity is what's being targeted. And so enough is enough. People are tired, tired. We're tired. And so hit them where they can really feel the pain in their pockets, because if you don't think Disney, ABC, and all the other ones that's associated with them didn't feel the pain, Disney, how they're going to recover from this. And guys, just because his show is coming back, do not feel like you have to go and spend your money again with those that don't value and respect your dollar anyway, because they're going to make decisions with or without you, right? But show who really has the power. And let this be an example for other companies or other things or people that want to feel like they can shut us down and stop us. No, when we come together, let's talk about it. Let's get into this message a little more, right? So, we're going to take a few minutes, and give me a second, because it's that segment for us to be able to pour into purpose. Yes. So this is the segment where we're going to pour into purpose. So let's start pouring. You are part of something bigger. I want you to know that you are a part of something bigger. And every voice matters in shaping culture, as we can see, right? And sometimes you don't even have to say anything. Sometimes it's just a matter of showing up and exercising your rights. And that's what we did. We showed up and we canceled. We canceled that culture of trying to tell us that our voices don't matter. Our First Right Amendment doesn't matter. We don't have the right to speech. We showed up. We showed up to let them know this is not happening. And so every voice matters. So when we're sitting and we're thinking, what can we do? What can we do today in this culture, in this United States of America, that doesn't look normal to us? This looks so unfamiliar. What is happening, right? So when we wake up and we realize that we have more power to do something than we think, then we'll start exercising that power. So let it be an example of what's happened to Target and how we, when we united together, right? And I'm going to talk a little bit about that community coming together. But let me get through these points, right? So you are a part of something bigger. Silence gives power to the status quo. You were born with influence. Understand that. You were born with influence. So we just have to know who we are. And just because they have more money than us and we feel they have more power than us, that we're the little people and we can't, no. So I'm going to pour a little more into purpose, and I'm going to show you how community is a force multiplier. Community is a force multiplier. And so what we can't do alone, we can do together. Remember that. Sometimes we look at ourselves and we only see one individual, one person, right? But what we can do when we come together, as we just saw, we can stop things, we can shut things down, we can reverse, the attack that they have on us, what they meant for our bad, right? Or what they meant for our good, per se. Um, but when we come together, when people try to destroy us, right? Instead of us being divided, because they would love to keep us divided, but when we come together, there is a power and a force that we can shut things down. Shut things down. We can send things, put things to a flight. We can end things, right? Just as Target, just as some of these other giants, retail giants, when we pull back our dollars, because see, that's what they understand. They understand the power of the green, the dollar, right? So, in other words, let's use Disney as an example. $3 billion plus dollars. I think they're upwards of $4 billion that they lost because people decided to see individually what they could do the power they possess individually and collectively as a community. When everybody started coming together and canceling their subscriptions, I took mine off of my devices, you know, because we got to stop giving our power to those that don't care. They don't care. They're not trying to get things back to us. No. And the thing is, we're building their legacy and they're trying to destroy us. So, you know what? When we started canceling subscriptions for Disney, Hulu, ESPN, when people started canceling their weddings, I saw people canceling their weddings with Disney. When people started canceling lifetime, people had lifetime subscriptions with Disney and they started canceling their lifetime, you know. At the end of the day, the company, the giant that felt like we didn't have no power and they could really speak for us and say and do whatever they wanted, but they discovered something different. Good morning, Jessie Moss, 92775, my sister. So, we're talking about just we the people, the power of the people stood up and spoke volumes with their dollar. One cancellation here, one cancellation there. And I don't care if they want to give you the subscription for $2.99. Let them feel the pain that they inflict on us. Let them feel that pain. Let them feel that, you know what, you cannot treat people any old kind of way, especially when we're spending our hard-earned dollars. One, you just gonna, we don't matter. Okay. We the people. We the people have more power than you think. We the people just need to know how much power we possess. So collectively, community is a force multiplier. 1, 2, 3. As we continue to cancel out these things and stop spending our hard-earned dollars with these companies that do not care about us, that want to destroy us. Stop spending your hard-earned money with them. You know what? Come together. As we see, it does work. We see with Target, we see with Disney in them, it works. You have more power than you realize. You do. All right. So collectively, vision will lead to change. All right. We're going to continue to pour a little more. So engagement is a responsibility, not an option. You don't have to know all the answers to show up. I know you probably have a lot of answers because I do. Like, okay, what do we do with this? How do we combat this? How do we get through this? Right? What can I do as an individual? I don't have a whole lot. You may be thinking all these things. I don't have a whole lot. I don't know how I can really help make a difference. Think about it. We spend these subscriptions and hold on one second because someone just asked, are we on? And yes, happening. Okay. So, how we could do something so that Disney subscription, you know? Oh, wait a minute. Somebody said, oh, you're on your soapbox. They sent me a text. Let me see. I can turn my comments on because I want people to be able to comment. Hold on. I am trying to figure out how to turn my comments on because I want people to comment. Okay. Okay, my comment should be on. Let's see. All right, y'all bear with me because okay, show comments on stage. Here we go. Comments are on. Okay. So, if you are tuned in and you want to join in the community on YouTube and the other platforms, Facebook, all right, I'm just letting them know the comments are on. I didn't realize they were on. All right, sorry about that. But listen, yeah, I don't know. I know a lot of you are probably feeling a lot of this, like I'm feeling this, and I just want to say, let's talk about it. Let's really show the power that we possess. So, like I said, this is going to be a part of a series that I'm doing because we, the people, we definitely have the power. We just need to know we have the power so we can exercise our power. So, right now, um, if you are chimed in and you want to join in a conversation, please do. The comments are on. Send me a comment, someone, so I know. Show comments on stage. Okay. I hope the comments are on. Let me see. Okay, hold on. Join the conversation. Let's see if it pops up. Okay, yes, join the conversation. So, right now, pretty much engagement is a responsibility, not an option. So, you don't have to know all the answers to show up. As I was saying before, um, hi, Kim, Bianca Burgess. Good morning. I tell you, a lot of people are probably really sitting with their thoughts and wrestling and finding outlets and ways to really talk about just what has happened. And this is all centered around we, the people. Yes, we have the power as the people, as we can see with Target, as we can see with what just took place with Jimmy Kimmel and Disney and ABC, that when the people show up, the people are able to shut things down. The people are able to reverse, the wrong that people are trying to do, the wrong that people are trying to commit on the innocent. Yes, because what have we done? We just exercise our first right amendment by using our voices, right? So we, the people, are seeing the power that we possess. And even if you are someone individually and you are trying to figure out, well, what can I do to really help in this cause? Because things are affecting everyone. When they thought it would just affect Black people, nope, it's affecting everyone. This administration, everyone. So with that being said, let's stand up. And even though we may be different, even though we, like I stated before, we may not look the same, we have difference of opinions and everything, but at the end of the day, we are all human, and right is right, bottom line. And so you have power. So if it's in that subscription that we pay into these companies, these billionaire companies, if it's this your subscription and it may only be under $20, that's okay. It gives you power because it's not just you as one person canceling, it's collectively. So you don't reach $3 and $4 billion by just yourself. That's why community is so important. Collectively, it takes a movement of people coming together to exercise their rights and their power to be able to shut stuff down. I'm going to say stuff, but my mind went someplace that didn't need to go. But anyway, it takes a unit of people. It takes a community of people, as we can see, to shut stuff down, to let them feel the pain in their pockets. And you don't think Disney felt the pain of $4 billion? $4 billion. I'm feeling the pain right now. That's a lot of money. $4 billion. And please, don't just do it because don't stop because he's now back on air. Jimmy Kimmel's back on air. No, continue the movement. Continue to be an example so other companies will think twice before they decide they want to cancel us. They want to speak for us. No, we can speak for ourselves loud and clear. This is one when I think about, all the protesting and everything, this is one way to protest from the comfort of your own home. The push of a button, literally, the push of a button from your devices, canceling to let them know that no, we the people, we've always had the power. We just didn't know we had the power, or we don't know how to exercise the power that we have. People will take notice. Yeah, they will. All right. So let me get into a part of this discussion where we all can join in. So, yes, give me a second. I'm pulling this up. So this is a section that we all can join in. Yes, in the reflection questions. So, in the reflection questions, let's talk about where in your life have you underestimated your power to shape change? Well, I could say that's an easy question right now because I don't think we realize when we all started canceling our subscriptions or whatever business we had with Disney, I don't think we realized it was going to be this massive change effect. We should be celebrating. We should really be celebrating to know the power we possess. And this has been a perfect example of it for us to be able to see the power we possess. Yes. So, yeah, I'm celebrating. Absolutely. Okay. The next reflection question that I want to leave with you: how can you become more intentional part? How can you become a more intentional part of your community? So even here at Morning Brew with Germaine, this is about community. Listen, we can't do nothing by ourselves. We could try, but if you really want to be effective, you know, it's good to be able to have a community. We all have a sense of wanting to belong, right? So at Morning Brew, for those that don't know, me being a book publisher, it is important, I I am one that I absolutely love helping those be able to tap into their story, their journey, and be able to share their story with the world. So I just want to, um, you know, bring individual authors, storytellers together. And that's one reason why Morning Brew with Germaine, this platform exists, is one, is because being able to share an opportunity for people to really be able to talk about their story, their journey, and allow others in access into their story because we're not alone. Hi, I want to say on YouTube, hi, we have some new people joining in. And, I am not good with names, but I'm going to attempt a cheat to gambles. Thank you so much for chiming in. And so, in today's message, we've really been talking about we the people, which is kicking off this series because we the people have a lot of power. And a lot of times we don't know that we can stand together, even in our differences, we can stand together and we can chime in and really be able to let people know that, you know what, I'm not by myself. And Disney was a perfect example because when we looked up 3, 4 days later, it was $4 billion that we the people, and I'm chuckling because I am super excited that, everybody's being affected. Their first right amendment, their first, and let me stop saying everybody. Let's just talk about those they're really trying to cancel out. Bottom line. So when they think they can shut us down, cancel us out, quiet us, we decided, you know what, enough is enough. And let this be the first of many things to come, that our dollar is powerful. And it doesn't matter. Like I stated, these subscriptions, they may be $20, they may be a little less than $20. But you know what? It's still our hard-earned money that we spend to pay into a service that doesn't respect or value us, our voices, what we have to say. They don't respect and value us. They respect the bottom line by taking our dollars and increasing their bottom line. But at the end of the day, we the people showed up in numbers. We showed up. And you know what? It didn't even take a long time. It was immediately they felt the pain of it. And guess what? They put them back on the air. And the one thing I kept saying is, I hope he stands up and he does not apologize because he did nothing wrong, right? And that's exactly, I saw something where, he negotiated his terms with coming back because just because they give you back your space, oh no, you can't go back the same way. Oh no, now you have the power. Give the terms that you want to come back on, right? But at the end of the day, we, the people, spoke volumes. So, once again, I really, really want you to understand that you have more power than you know. You do. And like I said, and I keep saying, for a subscription, it's power, even in that subscription that was $20 or less, whatever you were paying monthly. And now with you canceling, they want to give everybody $2.99 subscription for 6 months. Don't do it. It's a setup because they're not going to change. They're going to still be exactly who they are. And we see them for exactly who they are. So sometimes we have to be a little uncomfortable, or we have to find another way to be able to get what we need. But at the end of the day, stand your ground. Stand your ground. Absolutely. Stand your ground. And let this be an example for more to come to show the power that you truly possess because we, the people, we have the power. Collectively, we cannot do this alone. And you know what? I'm going to say it again. Yes, we may look at each other as different, but at the end of the day, we are humans, and we are fighting against an enemy. Yes, we are. That's trying to cancel us, destroy us, take over our country. But the Constitution starts with we, the people. Yes, we, the people. So use these as examples from the Target to the other things that have been canceled to let these the 2%ers, to let them know you need us. You need us. You need us. So with that, let me finish. So once again, I wanted to let me go back for those that are chiming in. So we have two reflection questions in our segment that I like to leave with you, right? The first one is, and these are questions for you to really think about. Where in your life have you underestimated your power to shape change? That's question number one. Question number two is, how can you become a more intentional part of your community? Okay. So with that, I'm going to get into this segment. This is the last segment before we close out, but let me pull this up so we can get into our final sip. This is up. Hold on once. Yep, this is our final sip segment. And pretty much this is part of when we start closing out Morning Brew. And I just want to say once again, before I go into the final sip, I want to say thank you so much to those that are chiming in and those that are following. The community is building. I always ask that in the description, join the YouTube community. Make sure you subscribe there. Make sure you like so you can also get notifications. We're here Morning Brew Monday through Fridays from 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you know what? It's not just about my voice being heard. No, the community is, I want to engage with you. So before I go into the final sip, just know that on Wednesdays is our mixed blend Wednesday. It's a new segment where we have conversations with those experts. We bring on experts in their field and we talk about some things that's a part of their story, their journey, and how they can help impart wisdom, knowledge, inspiration into you. And so with that, that's Mixed Blend Wednesdays. We bring a guest in studio. And then we have on Fridays, we have our Authors Brew Friday. So with Authors Brew Friday, that's when I bring in authors. If you're an author that have written a book, or if you're an author or you're looking to become an author and you want to be able to come and share your story, share your story, your journey about how you even decided to write your book, right? Or what your book may be about. Authors Brew Friday is that platform where we just really dive into your story. We talk about your story. We talk about your book. We make your book available for the world to be able to buy it. Or as a publisher, I am a publisher, 17 years. Hope of Vision Publishing or HOV Publishing, over 500 titles independently, globally, worldwide, and best-selling authors. It is exciting, and you may be someone that needs a coach. You need someone to walk you through your publishing journey. And so with that, please make sure you connect with us. And so let me just put up some things so you know how to connect with us, right? So you can stop by Hope of Vision Pub, HOVPUB.com. That's the publishing website where you can get all your publishing needs met. Yes, you can. And so even if you decide you want to do self-publishing or you need a publisher, or just click on our service tab and you'll be able to see all the services that we can help you with. And so, but also make sure you stop by for, let's see, Morning Brew. Also, Morning Brew's website. Like I said, join us here live Monday through Friday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Morning Brew. Let me know what you're drinking. You know, I have my coffee. Like I said, it's it's my hazelnut. But you know what the good thing is? I have companies that are reaching out to me that we're going to do some business together, and we're going to introduce some new coffee brands, and I'm super excited about it because maybe they can turn me on to another blend besides my hazelnut. And so, but I am looking forward to those relationships and those partnerships. And another thing, a lot of people are always asking, how can we support? How can we support Morning Brew? So one way you can support Morning Brew is, hey, just buy your host, Germaine, a coffee for as little as $1. Yeah, that's right. As little as $1. So what I'm going to do is just put up real quickly. If you decide that you want to just support Morning Brew and you want to buy me a coffee, or maybe you want to buy coffee for others through Morning Brew, sharing with those that are tuning in, then you know what? That is the link, which is buymeacoffee.com/morning brew with Germaine. And the great thing about this is you can scan the QR code, or you can actually, as little as $1 donation, to be able to really help us stay on the air. And you know what? Not so much stay on the air, but be able to bring the information that you so desire, the guests that you're looking to hear from. But it's your choice. I appreciate it either way. Just show up, just stop by and have coffee with me, okay? Or maybe you're drinking tea or something else, but we'll take it. But thank you. Let me take this down so we can come to our final sip. So, with the final sip, you are not powerless. You are the power. Please remember that. You may see yourself as, just one individual in the big picture of things, but change the way you think about how you see yourself. Collectively, in community, you are a piece of a bigger puzzle. And as you can see, we can shut things down. We will be able to shut businesses down. We'll be able to hit these people right in their pockets, these billionaires that think they control us, they have all the power over us. Absolutely not. Ask Disney, because they're still feeling the pain. And really think twice before you decide to even spend $2.99 for a 6-month subscription. Do they really deserve your hard-earned money? Think about it. But that's your decision, okay? And so, you know how we do. We sip slow, we speak up, and we stand together. That's the key. Stand together, even in our differences. Stand together. And let's change the landscape of what's happening in the United States today. So, with that, like I said, we the people, we have the power. And we're going to continue in this power series. And I just want to give you an idea of some of the other episodes that we're going to be talking about. Free speech isn't free. Your voice and resources have power. Take the power with your dollars. We can fight for what's right. Those are some of the topics that we're going to be talking about in this power series. So Listen, stay tuned. Thank you so much for stopping by. I do apologize for the technical difficulty we was having with the platform earlier, but you know what? We give no power to that. Good morning, Diana. And so right now, just stay connected. I'll be back here tomorrow at 10:30 Eastern Standard Time, AM. If you're available, stop by for a quick coffee break. All right. I look forward to chopping it up with you. And hey, let's discuss some more power dynamics and topics and things we can do collectively. Let me hear your voice because you know what, we can learn one from another. And I'm quite sure those in the community would love to hear some of the things you're thinking. They may be thinking the same thing. So until then, Morning Brew with Germaine. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day and please be safe out there. Okay. Thank you.